Imagine waking up in the middle of the night, feeling a bit unsteady on your feet, and knowing you need to make it to the bathroom without incident. You reach for the hallway light, only to find your hand fumbling for a switch that isn't where you expected. In that split second of confusion, you lose your balance. The fall is sudden and hard, sending a jolt of panic through your entire body. Fortunately, you manage to catch yourself against the wall, heart pounding, knees shaking, but you know it could have been so much worse. This close call isn't just a random mishap. It's a warning sign of deeper, hidden hazards that too many seniors discover only after a dangerous fall. The stakes are enormous. A single stumble after 70 can mean a broken hip, a lengthy hospital stay, or months of painful recovery. For some, it can even mark the transition from independent living to assisted care. That's why we're going to explore 7 specific dangers lurking in your home that might be quietly setting you up for a future fall. In this discussion, you'll see exactly what these hazards are, why they're more deceptive than you think, and how to fix them before they cause lasting harm. You might be wondering why this is so urgent. The sobering truth is that falls remain a leading cause of hospital visits for seniors, and they often lead to complications far more serious than a simple bruise. It's not just the physical injuries, the loss of confidence, the anxiety about walking around your own home. These can have a major impact on your quality of life. But here's the good news. Each risk we're going to talk about has a straightforward, practical solution you can implement right away. By the end, you'll not only know how to minimize these hazards, but also feel empowered to move freely and confidently in your own space again. Over the past 2 decades, I've observed many older adults struggle with seemingly harmless factors at home. Rug corners that curl up, uneven lighting, slippery bathroom floors. What I'll share with you here isn't just theory. It's based on real-world observations of what works and what doesn't for folks in their 70s, 80s, and beyond. Even specialists and home safety experts agree that these easy-to-overlook pitfalls pose some of the greatest risks to our balance and stability later in life. Before we dive in, I invite you to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you never miss content that could safeguard your well-being. And if you find these insights helpful, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 so I can improve. Now let's reveal these hidden hazards, starting with the one that surprises most people because it's completely invisible, yet shows up in almost every senior household. The first hidden hazard is improper lighting, something most folks assume is fine just because the light bulbs turn on. The misconception is thinking that more light automatically means better visibility. In reality, seniors often need softer, targeted lighting that cuts down on glare and shadows. A harsh overhead light can bounce off reflective surfaces, momentarily disorienting you. Picture Ruth, 77, who used a bright fluorescent lamp in her hallway for years, thinking it helped her see everything clearly. But she noticed her eyes would take a few seconds to adjust each time she moved from her dim living room into that starkly lit hallway. One night she tripped over a low footstool she forgot was there because the glare prevented her from making out the stool's edges. The simple fix involved installing a warm LED nightlight at floor level and adding motion sensor lights that gradually brighten. The surprising truth is that transitioning from dark to bright and vice versa can be just as risky as walking in the dark. To correct this, identify areas where your eyes often have to adjust quickly. Bathrooms, hallways, and entryways are common trouble spots. Swap out harsh bulbs for warm, soft lighting, and consider nightlights or strip lights near baseboards. The reward is immediate peace of mind. You'll walk through your home without feeling blinded, reducing that startling moment of disorientation that can lead to a fall. Now let's move to the second hidden hazard, cluttered walkways. It seems obvious, but there's a common belief among seniors that a few items on the floor, like a pair of shoes or a stack of magazines, aren't a big deal. In truth, a single misplaced object can become a serious tripping point. Consider Frank, 72, who prided himself on a neat house, yet he kept a small pile of mail near the front door so he wouldn't forget it. Late one evening, he turned off the lights to save electricity and didn't see the papers. He slipped, caught his foot on the stack, and tumbled forward onto his knees. His bruises healed, but the scare stuck with him. The real insight here is that even small messes accumulate into big hazards over time. How can you fix this? Perform a weekly walkthrough with fresh eyes. Look specifically at your main pathways, from bedroom to bathroom, kitchen to living room, and so on. Remove anything on the floor that doesn't absolutely belong there, or move it to a dedicated space. You'll be amazed how quickly your home feels safer and more open. The biggest benefit is freedom from worry. You'll move around confidently, knowing there's nothing lurking underfoot that could send you tumbling. If you're still here listening and finding these insights valuable, comment 2 below. It's a simple way to let me know you're engaged and ready to continue. Another hazard might be lurking in your bathroom. The third hidden hazard is unsafe grab bars, or surprisingly, the lack of them. Many seniors think, I don't need grab bars because I can still stand up without help, or they rely on towel racks and sink edges for support. The harsh reality is that towel racks are not designed to hold body weight, and countertops can be slippery when wet. Meet Ellen, age 74, who was recovering from knee surgery. She used her towel bar in the shower for balance until the day it snapped out of the wall. In that moment, she had no support and fell backward onto her hip. The unexpected twist is that she knew better. Her doctor had recommended installing proper grab bars, but she kept putting it off. The fix doesn't have to be complicated. You can install secure bars in the shower, next to the toilet, and anywhere else you often brace yourself. Choose models with textured grips. Make sure they're anchored into the studs or use strong mounting hardware. You'll gain not just physical stability, but psychological reassurance that your support system is reliable. Think of the feeling you'll have, stepping into the shower with confidence instead of fear. That peace of mind can transform your entire daily routine from something risky to something routine again. The fourth hidden hazard is uneven flooring, including small thresholds, curled up rugs, and transitions between carpet and tile. The myth many seniors hold is that such minor bumps or differences in floor level aren't worth addressing. In reality, an uneven floor can catch the tip of your shoe in an instant. Consider what happened to Margaret, 80, who lived in the same house for 40 years. The threshold between her living room carpet and kitchen tile was only half an inch higher on one side. She thought nothing of it until she was carrying a basket of laundry and couldn't see her feet. She tripped, fell forward onto the tile, and fractured her wrist. The surprising truth is that these small level changes become more treacherous as our sense of balance changes with age. The practical solution is to install transition strips, use double-sided tape or rug anchors to keep edges flat, and remove any rugs that are prone to rolling up. If you have a threshold that you constantly trip over, consider installing a small ramp or adjusting it so it's level. By eliminating these floor-level surprises, you protect yourself from sudden jolts that can lead to serious injury. And if you found this content useful so far, comment 4 below so I know you're staying with me. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because your engagement not only helps me create better content for you, it also helps me reach others who need these tips. Moving forward, a fifth hidden hazard is slippery footwear. It's natural to think, well, I have shoes, so I'm safe. But not all shoes offer proper traction on the floor surfaces in your home. Some seniors wear house slippers with worn-out soles, or they walk around in socks. That's exactly what happened to Robert, 76, who was so used to his favorite old slippers that he ignored how the tread had smoothed out over time. One rainy afternoon, water dripped onto his kitchen floor from an open window. He walked in, wearing those worn slippers, and slid across the floor. His back hit the corner of the counter, resulting in weeks of pain. The counterintuitive truth is that footwear designed for walking outdoors might not be the best choice for navigating indoor surfaces, especially polished tiles or hardwood floors. To fix this, look for shoes or slippers with non-skid soles specifically made for indoor use. Keep an extra pair by the door for when you come in from outside, so you're not tracking moisture across your home. The emotional benefit here is regaining the sense of control over your own movements. Nothing feels more unsettling than slipping when you least expect it. So well-chosen footwear is like having a reliable friend supporting you every step of the way. A sixth hidden hazard can be inadequate or poorly placed handrails on stairs. Some seniors assume one rail is enough, or that a few steps here and there don't require a rail at all. But as we age, depth perception and balance can change more than we realize. Consider Sam, 79, who had a short set of 3 steps leading down to his sunken living room. It was such a small stairway that he never installed rails, thinking he'd never need them. Then came the day he woke up with dizziness from a medication side effect. One misstep sent him sliding down those 3 steps, colliding with the coffee table. The doctor later told him a simple handrail would likely have prevented the accident entirely. The surprising twist is that even 1 or 2 steps can be just as risky as a full flight of stairs, because they catch you off guard. The fix involves installing sturdy handrails on both sides of any staircase. If you have a single handrail, consider adding another. For very short steps, a rail on at least one side is often enough. And if your grip is weak, look for rails with a slightly smaller circumference so you can wrap your hand around them securely. By taking this measure, you not only reduce the physical risk of a fall, you also remove the mental stress of approaching steps, especially if you're carrying something or feeling a bit off balance. If you're still watching and find these points helpful, comment 6 below. It's a simple way to stay connected and remind yourself that you're actively protecting your safety. Finally, the 7th hidden hazard is poor furniture arrangement, especially chairs and tables that create narrow passageways. Many people believe their current arrangement is cozy or familiar, but in reality, tight spaces require you to twist, turn, or step sideways in ways that can easily unbalance you. Consider Linda, 75, who loved her living room setup just the way it was, with a recliner near the couch, a coffee table in front, and a decorative side table angled in the corner. She had lived with this arrangement for years, but as her mobility changed, those once comfortable spaces turned into tight obstacles she had to navigate daily. One evening, carrying a tray of tea, she bumped her hip against the coffee table and nearly toppled over it. The surprising insight is that what worked when you were younger might no longer be practical. Rooms that feel welcoming can also be riddled with hidden corners that catch you off guard. To fix this, assess whether you truly need every piece of furniture. Remove or reposition items to clear a wide, straight path from doorways to seating areas. You might also want to anchor furniture with non-skid pads so chairs don't slide when you try to sit down. The benefit is a renewed sense of ease in moving around. You'll rediscover the simple joy of walking from one side of the room to the other without feeling like you're navigating a maze. Picture that relief, being able to greet visitors or answer the door without the worry of brushing against furniture that could throw you off balance. Now that we've uncovered all 7 hazards, improper lighting, cluttered walkways, missing or inadequate grab bars, uneven flooring, slippery footwear, lack of sturdy handrails, and poor furniture arrangement, take a moment to imagine your home once you've addressed each one. Think about waking up at night without fumbling for lights that blind you, or moving from the living room to the kitchen without the fear of tripping over clutter or uneven surfaces. Reflect on the relief of stepping into the shower knowing your grab bars can genuinely support you, or heading up and down the stairs with rails you trust wholeheartedly. Visualize greeting a friend at the door and walking them through a living room arranged so you can both move comfortably. It's important to act quickly. The sad truth is that many seniors delay these changes until they experience a fall that forces them to address the issue. By then, there may already be serious injuries that steal your independence. I want you to avoid that scenario entirely. Take these ideas and mentally map them onto your own home. Ask yourself, where do I keep tripping or feeling unsteady? What small, frustrating moments am I ignoring? Those frustrations are often the early signs of bigger problems to come. Now think about which point resonated most strongly with you. Was it the realization that bright light might actually cause glare and disorientation? Did you relate to the story of using a flimsy towel rack as a grab bar? Maybe you've been wearing the same slippers for years without checking the soles. Identify one specific hazard that you can address as soon as today. It might be as simple as tidying up clutter in your hallway or adding a non-skid mat to your bathroom. Doing that one thing could be the first step to a safer living environment and a more confident outlook on daily life. If you found any of this helpful, leave a comment below sharing the one insight you plan to implement right away. I'd love to hear from you. Your experiences and suggestions could also help others who are reading. If you haven't already, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so you'll never miss a chance to improve your home safety. By liking and sharing this video, you help spread these life-saving tips to more seniors who might be living with hidden risks they don't even know about. Remember, you have the power to change your surroundings and protect yourself in ways that truly matter. Falls don't have to be an inevitable part of aging. A few thoughtful adjustments can make all the difference between living in fear and living with peace of mind. Every small change you make today is an investment in your independence tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and here's to creating a home that supports you, today and for many years to come.